Hello everyone, this is part 4 of What If Naruto Had Two Bloodlines, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Kakashi slowly advanced towards Naruto and pulled out a kunai. Reaching him, he drew back his arm in preparation to make good on his statement. Sasuke, there's an opening. He finally showed an opening. Sasuke took this opportunity to throw a barrage of shuriken and kunai in hopes of catching the Junin off guard. Kakashi was impaled, and as his limp body fell to the ground, Sakura freaked at the sight of someone being killed in front of her. Naruto seemed to want to react but couldn't because of his predicament. Just then Kakashi puffed to reveal a log that had been hit by the attack instead. Sasuke, damn. He used another substitution. Now he must know where I am. I can't believe I fell for that. Sasuke, as quickly as he could, left his hiding place and went deeper into the forest. As he ran for safety, Kakashi showed himself and looked to where the attack had come from. Sakura saw this and left her hiding place in hopes of getting to Sasuke before Kakashi-sensei could. Sakura, Sasuke, where are you? Could sensei have already? No, there's no way that could happen. Kakashi stepped in front of Naruto once more to taunt him and his clones. Kakashi, today's your lucky day. It looks like you won't at least not right now. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go take care of the others. Kakashi then heard a jingle on the ground. He noticed that one of the bells was missing and he had just stepped on it, so he picked it up and put it with the other. Kakashi, you must have managed to loosen one, not too bad, Naruto. With that said, he was off to find the others. Sakura was still running through the forest searching for any trace of Sasuke. She began to fear the worst, but her attention was captured by Kakashi standing in a clearing just a few feet away. Sakura, phew, he didn't notice me. If he's here, then that must mean that he didn't get to Sasuke. Kakashi, pissed, Sakura, behind you. To her horror, Kakashi was sitting right behind her. He made a few hand signs and disappeared from her sight. Sakura was now alone in the mysteriously dark forest. Fear was evident on her face as she cautiously made her way through it. Sakura, what's going on here? Where's Kakashi-sensei? Just then she heard a familiar voice call for her. Thrilled by whom it belonged to, and the fact that she was not alone, she ran towards the voice. As she rounded the tree, she saw a horribly battered and bloody Sasuke pleading for her to help him. Sakura was horrified at what she was seeing and decided that there was only one thing to do. Sakura, frightened animals running and hiding. She fainted. Kakashi, I might have gone a bit too far with that genjutsu. Meanwhile, Naruto, I know. I'll just undo the jutsu and I should slip right out. Naruto, I wish you would have thought of this sooner, idiot. Naruto, who you call an idiot, idiot. If you call me an idiot, then you're just calling yourself an idiot because you're me, idiot. Naruto, if I'm an idiot for calling you an idiot because I'm you, and you just called me an idiot, then wouldn't that make you an idiot for calling me idiot, idiot? Naruto, oh shut up. This is so confusing. With that, Naruto quickly released the jutsu. Like he figured, the rope was now too big to restrain just him. He thumped to the ground and stood up, only to be hung once again by the tail. Naruto, Raaaaaaah. Kakashi Senseei. Your S when I get out of this. Ya hear Meee. Swinging upside down. Naruto's screams could be heard throughout the forest. Something about hearing Naruto's roaring pledge sent chills up and down Kakashi's spine. After slightly getting over it, he decided it would be best to finish things up with Sasuke first before going back to deal with an infuriated Naruto. He soon found Sasuke hiding among trees and bushes. Realizing that he wasn't alone, Sasuke confronted his adversary. Kakashi, Ninja Fighting Lesson Number 2, Genjutsu. Sakura fell for it easily. Sasuke, you may have gotten Naruto and Sakura, but I'm not like them. Kakashi, Say that after you've gotten a bell, Sasuke. Kakashi advanced towards Sasuke and began sizing him up. Kakashi, the strength of the village's #1 clan, the Uchiha clan, this should be interesting. They continued to stare each other down in dramatic fashion, but suddenly Sasuke made his move. He took out a few shuriken and threw them at Kakashi. Kakashi simply jumped to his right only to realize that he had fallen for a trap. The trap sprung and launched more projectiles at Kakashi. He responded by simply dodging once more. Suddenly, Sasuke appeared behind him and threw a high, back-spinning roundhouse kick. Though surprised by this, Kakashi still got his guard up in time to block. He grabbed Sasuke's leg only for him to angle himself to throw a punch. Kakashi also blocked this. Sasuke finished his attack with a kick to the top of Kakashi's head. He was now face to face with Kakashi, smirking as if it were all too easy. As the bells jingled at Kakashi's waist, Sasuke made an attempt to grab one of them but came up short barely. Seeing this, Kakashi created some distance between Sasuke and himself in order to ensure that he didn't come that close again. Kakashi, well, I will acknowledge that you are different from the other two, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna get one of these bells. Sasuke began to go through some hand seals and a couple of them, the horse and tiger seals, caught Kakashi's attention. As he finished, Sasuke yelled, "Sasuke, fire style, fireball jutsu," spitting out a massive fireball attack. Kakashi, what? Genin shouldn't be able to use that kind of jutsu. Once the attack cleared, there was no sight of Kakashi. Not even a single trace. Sasuke, where is he? To the side. No. Above. Where? Just then Sasuke heard Kakashi's voice say that he was below him. He tried to react but wasn't quick enough. Kakashi, Earth style, headhunter jutsu. Sasuke was pulled into the ground with dirt, rocks, and mud up to his head. He was now looking up to Kakashi as he seemed to be taunting him just to piss him off. Kakashi, ninja fighting lesson number 3, ninjutsu. Well, keep your head up, you're already heads above the others in this area, but hey, they say that an exposed nail should be hammered down, hee. Sakura awoke with a fright. She didn't know what was going on, but she remembered that Sasuke had been near death and all she did was pass out. She got up and began to look for Sasuke. Sakura, I'm an Amazon warrior, I'm supposed to be tougher than this. When I see that bastard Kakashi-sensei, I'm gonna bash his face in. Sasuke, my prince, don't and leave me alone. Where are you? After what seemed like forever, really just a few minutes, Sakura began to become frustrated as she couldn't find hide nor hair of Sasuke. She thought of giving up, but she wanted to see with her own eyes that the horrible nightmare was just that, a nightmare. Sakura, it was only a nightmare. That's all it was, a horrible nightmare that I never want to experience again. Stopping in her tracks as something caught her eye. She had come to a clearing, and in that clearing was Sasuke. Well, whatever was left of him. He noticed Sakura, who had just come by, and asked her for help. The sight of a talking severed head was freaky enough, but this was Sasuke's talking severed head. It's safe to say that Sakura was a little bit more than freaked out at this as she fainted for the second time of the day. Kakashi made his way through the forest on his way to check on Naruto. Suddenly, he began to get a bad feeling. It would prove to be right as Naruto pounced on him. With a mouse look in his eyes, Naruto was trying to overpower Kakashi and drive a kunai through his heart. Kakashi managed to wriggle his way free and retreated. As he ran through the trees, he noticed that he wasn't alone. In fact, there were 3 Narutos hot on his trail. One attacked and Kakashi shifted his weight. The Naruto hit the ground and Kakashi grabbed him by the tail. As the other 2 charged, he began to swing the third by the tail. Luckily the other 2 Narutos couldn't stop in time and were sent crashing into trees. Kakashi released Naruto and he flew into the clearing he once hung out at. He followed as to not let Naruto out of his sight. When he had arrived, Naruto disappeared in a puff of smoke, and he found that Naruto was no longer hanging by his tail in a weakened state. Kakashi, I wasn't expecting him to be able to get out of these traps, at least while I had him by the tail. Maybe I underestimated him a little bit too much. Just then, Kakashi remembered what Naruto had yelled at the top of his lungs earlier and chills began run up and down his spine. Kakashi, this could be very bad. Even though he's only a genin, he's already shown that he can become quite bloodthirsty. So, where could he be? Another ambush perhaps, I suppose that I just have to wait and see and stay on toes just in case. Auto FN, Kakashi is now a little worried about Naruto and his emotional state because of one of the clans Naruto hails from, the clan of Beast Warriors. Since they tend to have a great connection to their animal counterparts, they can be very sly. Also, since animals tend to be very good at going unnoticed, especially the predatory types, death can come with almost little to no warning. Elsewhere, Sakura began to awaken and stir. To both her surprise and delight, Sasuke had been sitting beside her, waiting for her to recover. She was both moved and touched by this simple gesture of care displayed by the Uchiha. She looked him up and down to find that there was no serious damage done to him. Feeling happy about this turnout, she couldn't help but give him a great big hug. Sasuke didn't seem to care for it much, but Sakura didn't care. Her, Prince Sasuke, was in perfect health. From out of the brush stepped a mysterious figure. It was Naruto, and he looked way beyond pissed. Oh, Naruto's mad, but what is he going to do? Naruto, there you guys are, I've been looking all over for you, What's going on? Sakura soon realized that she was still squeezing the life out of Sasuke and reluctantly broke the hold. Sasuke looked away and blushed while she did the same. Sasuke, sir, what do you want? Naruto, to take down Kakashi-sensei. Third, what is it that you want to ask that you'd invite me to lunch? Iruka, the Junin for Team 7, what kind of instructor is he? Third, you're worried, huh? Here's a list of his past students and their records, handing him a book. Iruka looked at the book and began to worry. Iruka, this is unbelievable, he fails every one of them. Third, Iruka, this group is young. Even I can't say if it's good for them to face the rigors and dangers of shinobi life. However, Kakashi has been right about all those he failed. Whether they pass or fail, you must not blame Kakashi. Kakashi stood next to the tree that once hung Naruto and read his book in peace. He then got this eerie feeling, like something bad was coming. He looked up from his book to see Naruto across the field. He looked really mad as he called Kakashi out. He stepped forward and slowly began to advance towards Naruto. Kakashi, another round. I suppose that this will be your final attempt at a bell, right? Naruto, forget the bell. I'm here to see which of us is stronger. Whether power can trump experience. I'll make you and everyone else acknowledge my power. Kakashi, so you want to find out which of us stronger, huh? Well, in this case, experience always wins. Hopefully I can keep him at bay at least until the timer rings. If he doesn't stop then I may have no choice. Naruto, get ready, cause here I come. I'm gonna give you everything I got. His tail swaying behind him. Kakashi, everything he's got. That's strange. If he were to be taking this seriously, then he would have his tail wrapped around his waist to keep me from exploiting his weakness. Most if not all members of his clan that I've come across have fought that way, yet he's standing there waving his tail around. What is he up to? Naruto walked towards Kakashi and began to quicken his pace until he was running at him with remarkable speed. Naruto attempted a sliding low kick, but Kakashi dodged by jumping over him. Naruto used his hands to stop and went into another attack. He tried a flying shoulder block, but because he didn't have enough force, Kakashi seemed to absorb the blow. They continued on like this for another few minutes before Kakashi seemed to be growing tired because of the speed and intensity of the attacks. Naruto jumped backwards and created some distance. This was suspicious on his part because he was obviously starting to wear the Junin down. This would soon be answered as Naruto gave a devilish grin. Naruto, NOOOOOOWWW. Kakashi was surprised at this. He looked around in horror to see a flash of light barreling towards him. He narrowly escaped only to have Naruto breathing down his N again. This time Naruto managed to land a punch to Kakashi's gut, knocking the wind out of him. As if that was not enough, many more beams of light came at Kakashi. Once again Kakashi managed to get out of the way only to be punished by a brutal dropkick from above. As Kakashi lay in his body-shaped crater, he couldn't help but think that he had no choice but to use his trump card. Kakashi, if this keeps up I could be ked. I may have no choice but to go all out myself. Naruto came dropping from the sky. He landed on Kakashi, knocking more air from his body. Naruto prepared to give the final blow, but Kakashi took this opportunity to grab his tail. Naruto began to tremble at the amount of pressure being applied to his tail. He started to fall to his knees as Kakashi increased the pressure. Kakashi slowly picked himself up as he writhed in pain. There were only a few minutes left and Kakashi now had the upper hand, or so he thought. The seconds were ticking away and Kakashi was feeling good about himself. Just then, Kakashi heard a soft growl as Naruto's tail began to wrap itself around his right arm. Suddenly Kakashi was yanked into the air and Naruto caught Kakashi with a back kick to the midsection. As Kakashi was repelled backwards, he attempted to remove his headband but was jerked and kicked once again. Kakashi was released and rolled to his knees. He was about to remove his headband but was stopped by another Naruto. The clone had reformed from one of the bells at Kakashi's waist and wrapped himself around Kakashi's arms and torso. Kakashi struggled to get free but was horrified to see what Naruto was doing. He went through a few hand signs and reared back and Naruto, Dragon Clan technique, Dragon Wave. A huge flash chakra and light sped through the air towards Kakashi. A huge explosion gave way to dust and debris. Kakashi, that was close. I guess he really means to kill me, laying next to a ditch created by Naruto's attack. The dust started to clear up and Kakashi could see that Naruto was now exhausted. Kakashi, he looks to be tired. This is the perfect opportunity to make my escape. He turned to leave but was stopped by Sasuke grabbing his legs. Kakashi fell to the ground unable to move. Seconds were ticking away on the timer as Sakura ran up to the restrained ninja and grabbed the last remaining bell from Kakashi's waist. Naruto's clone disappeared and he began to slowly drop to his knees. Sasuke, Sakura, what are you doing? While I'm holding Kakashi, give the other bell to Naruto. Sakura, be you but. Naruto, give it to Sasuke, I'll hold off Kakashi-sensei, huffing and puffing. As Naruto said this he passed out and fell to the ground. Sakura didn't know what to do. Should she give it to Naruto, who put all of his effort into implementing the plan? Or should she give it to the love of her life, Sasuke, so that they aren't separated? As she slowly walked forward, still unsure of who exactly to give a bell to, the timer went off signaling that the training session was over. Sasuke released Kakashi, curious as to what would happen now. Sakura still had both bells in her possession, so she was the only one guaranteed to remain a genin. Kakashi, well, it looks like you managed to get both bells and that's rather impressive. The only thing is, only one of you possesses them. So, what should we do here? Sasuke and Sakura looked at Kakashi as if he held their lives in the palm of his hand, which he kind of did. Naruto was still unconscious on the ground. Kakashi, even though two of you don't have a bell, I've decided that all of you pass, so let's have some lunch. Both Sakura and Sasuke collapsed at how seamless he had said it. Sakura, but wait, how is it we all pass? I thought you said that the one of us that didn't get a bell would be sent back to the academy. Kakashi, oh, that was just how the test was set up, to make you fight amongst yourselves. The bells weren't really that important other than that. This was just to test you on your teamwork ability. At hearing the news, Sakura jumped for joy while Sasuke smiled coolly. Kakashi, don't celebrate just yet. Yes, you should be proud of yourselves for passing, but as far as I can tell, you merely lucked out. In the beginning you didn't act as a team. Why do you think you were put into teams of 3 anyway? Teamwork. You passed because at the last possible moment you worked as a team, utilizing your strengths and covering each other's weaknesses to get the bells. Some more so than others, but that's not the point. The purpose of this was to see whether or not you could forget about your own interests and successfully function as a team. Sasuke and Sakura began to feel low, but Kakashi continued. Kakashi, Sakura, I was more concerned that you would neglect the others because of your clan's beliefs on the opposite S, but the entire time you were only concerned about Sasuke, who was far away, instead of helping Naruto, who was right in front of you, Sasuke. You just assumed that the others would get in your way and did everything on your own. And Naruto, the knucklehead, came at me head on without so much as a plan. I don't know if he figured out what he was supposed to do, or if it was all just a stroke of luck. The kid is an odd one. The team is supposed to work together in order to complete missions, and though individual ability is important to a ninja, teamwork is even more important. Individual actions can disrupt the team and put lives at risk. Those who break the codes and rules of the ninja world are called trash, but those that abandon their friends are lower than trash. Do you understand? They both just nodded their heads. Kakashi, now how about we have some lunch? Quickly changing his mood. Sakura, but Kakashi-sensei, what about Naruto? Kakashi walked up to his limp body and examined him closely. A noise came forth and it was Naruto's stomach growling. Kakashi, he appears to be fine, he's probably just exhausted and hungry. I'll be sure to save a little bit for when he comes to. Kakashi walked over to the lunchboxes he had brought and opened one. Kakashi, it smells pretty tasty, so go on, help yourselves. As the aroma of food filled the air, Naruto could smell it and his stomach growled even louder. He sat up and almost immediately grabbed a lunchbox and inhaled everything in it. The others couldn't believe what they witnessed. It was so disgusting. Still hungry, Naruto grabbed the second lunchbox and did the same thing. Sakura, hey Naruto. Stop it. Save some for the rest of us. It was too late as Naruto finished the last bite and looked to Kakashi. Naruto, are you gonna finish that? Looking at Kakashi with puppy dog eyes. Kakashi just handed him the last lunchbox and watched him eat to his heart's content. Sasuke, great. The idiot ate every bit of food and here we are starving. Sakura, Naruto, you idiot. You ate everything and didn't save anything for us. We're hungry too, you know. Kakashi, well, I guess I have no choice then. I'll take it upon myself and treat you to lunch. This way we can bond a little. Naruto, you're treating. Great, what are we eating? Shocked at the fact that Naruto was still hungry, Kakashi asked Naruto what he would like. Naruto, maybe something sweet, no meat, sushi, no wait. Ramen. After treating his new students, Kakashi looked forward to working together with his new interesting teammates, but he regretted treating them to a meal. It wasn't so bad with Sakura and Sasuke, but Naruto was another story. Aside from eating the 3 lunchboxes, he had eaten at least 40 bowls of ramen and barely left a penny to Kakashi's name. Kakashi, our first mission's tomorrow and already they're wearing me down. Looks like things are going to become very interesting. Things were going to get interesting indeed. Naruto and his teammates managed to pass the bell test, but the future doesn't look as great as a free lunch. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.